preparation for a concert, in the weeks beforehand, I'll find myself making reeds just until I find about half a dozen that will play in tune, will play responsively and don't have a terrible sound. You play those in the weeks leading up, and eventually you arrive and with about 2 or 3, hopefully, which are the best out of the bunch that you would feel comfortable playing a gig on. The tricky part is probably just the attrition rate in making all of those reeds. It's going to be about one successful reed in about 10.
As you can see here, there are a lot of reeds, and they're all used in different situations. In these cases here, I have all different types of reeds in terms of strength and some of them in size. And that's because when you travel, temperatures change around the place, and you need to have equipment that can be used in any situation. And so having the different sizes, shapes and hardness, it all changes with the weather and the humidity, you know, how hot it is, how cold, how windy, how dry or how moist the air is. And so I'm very comfortable when I have this many reeds here.
Unlike my colleagues in the double reed department, I'm very lucky that I don't have to make my own reeds. Clarinet reeds are mass-produced, so that means you can go down to the music store and buy a box of reeds anytime you like. Coming up to a performance, I'll usually make sure that I've got about 20 reeds that are played in and ready to go. And from those 20 reeds, I usually find 4 or 5 that might be suitable to play a concert on. And depending on the situation, the type of space, the acoustic, I'll choose a reed that's appropriate for that venue.
What I do is I just alternate between making reeds and playing video games. I find it a complete opposite and a really, really welcome mental break. And you just kind of flip between the two whenever you reach a point in your game where you can stop, you go back, and you scrape more reeds. When you get tired of that, you go back to games for a bit and you just spend your afternoon doing that. And at the end of the day, hopefully you have reeds that aren't too shabby because you haven't snapped them in half in frustration.